Hey, it's Jay, and welcome back to another video. This is part 3 of redesigning Fnaf. This time, it's Glam Edition. So, I wrote a lot down in my notes app of what I wanted to talk about in this video for the, security breach. So I'm gonna try and make this as unedited and uncut as I can, so I can just ramble and ramble and ramble. So, I feel like they could have done more with the Vanny split personality thing. They could have made it more interesting and added something. I don't know, not exactly Afton takes over her, but more it brings out the worst in her instead of just Afton taking control of her, which is just a dumb idea. I always like the idea of that Vanny could be such a terrifying villain if you make her right. I feel like she could have been, oh, you don't know whether to trust her or to hate her. And another thing was that in the trailer, she had this entire amazing role. She was in all of the promotion art. She got teased so much and hyped up. And then she had literally 3 lines in the actual game. What? And it's so in the tapes, I think the Help Wanted tapes, yeah. And we see she was going to a therapist thing, and the therapist was you've been talking to a bunny an awful lot. I felt like that was just really dumb. Nobody really needed that, did we? I don't think we did. My second point, the endings were all very underwhelming. Okay, they go away in a car. Oh, and wow, that's the most surprising thing. Vanny and Vanessa, the same person? Wow, that's the most surprising thing I've seen in my life. Wow. And guys, let's be honest, did this really add anything to the lore? Did it really? I mean, okay, there's a new franchise, but there has to be, or else the games won't continue. That's how it goes. And then, just Afton, he needs to die already, man. Okay, he got burnt up into pieces, and then, he just gets burnt up into pieces and he comes back? You don't always need to come back. You can just die already, man. There's no reason for him to even be alive anymore. Bring on the new villains and forget about Afton. My second thing, that I think this is just for the game itself and not for the actual story or anything of it, but why did Scott decide to market it as family-friendly horror? Literally no one wants to buy something that's called family-friendly horror. You know what else is family-friendly horror? Baldi's Basics. Also, heads up for this video, I won't be commenting much on the redesigns and making of the actual characters. I'll just be mostly redesigning the story. Something I would have really liked was if they could have Afton building up an empire, and in each of the games afterwards it would be a new villain introduced until at some point all of the good characters have to fight off against them, and then that's when it ends. Yeah, I know, the Fnaf game's ending. Wow, what a shocker. But yeah, I would have absolutely loved that. Character motives? Where are they? Where are they, bro? Why does Gregory go in there? The only motive we know of is that he's homeless and he needs somewhere to stay. But why the Pizzaplex? It's just confusing to me. Here are the things I wanted to change. This is really fun. Vanny was originally a game dev for Help Wanted, and she was the first one to test it and got Aftonified. She got corrupted by Afton's evilness. Like I said before, Vanny isn't 100% nice or 100% bad. She has it brings out a different part of her. That is what split personality disorder is. It's still you, it's just a different part of you, right? It's not this random thing from outer space corrupting your body. That's not what it is. It basically just brings out a different part of her. That's what happens. Yeah, the only motive for Gregory helping Freddy is just what? Yeah, it makes no sense. We're making up a new story. Gregory's looking for his friend or his brother, and yeah, that's what I'm saying. No more mimic, bro. Nobody cares about the mimic. Literally nobody cares about the mimic. Nobody at all. Nobody likes the mimic. Nope. If the mimic's your favorite character, there's something wrong with you, buddy. I don't know what it is. like, why was the mimic created? What's the purpose of the mimic? Like, it doesn't make any sense, dude. The weird boss fight cutscenes are just gonna go. They're gonna go. And who the heck is gonna be scared in the Pizzaplex? Like, who's gonna be scared in the Pizzaplex? I did watch, like, a video essay before this about, like, how someone would change it, and they said it's not very scary when the animatronics are just, like, roaming around the Pizzaplex, and you just have to, like, narrowly avoid them. It's really dumb. It isn't really spooky or scary. I think the only scary parts I didn't like were, like, any of the parts where it's in the dark. So, definitely a lot more in the dark. Yeah, everything's gonna be darker, spookier, a bit more worn down, because no place can stay that clean for that long. And another thing I saw in that same video essay was make each night a different place. So, like, it'd be like hide and go seek, except you're looking for their parts and also doing, like, hide and go seek in FNAF, because I think that'd be a really good idea too. Like, one night could be the daycare, one night could be, like, investigating where Vanny is, one night could be, like, that weird underground sticky note, post-it note place. Do you remember that? Another thing, take inspiration from the amazing and awesome game that I love with my entire heart, Bendy and the Ink Machine. Take inspiration from Bendy and the Ink Machine, because it's such a interesting thing, because it tells a story while you're also solving puzzles and you're not just looking for stuff, which was really dumb. I want to have us searching for codes. I want to have a game that's made for MatPat to investigate every single tiny detail. I want to have to look for, like, little stuff, like a paw print on Freddy's face or something, like how FNAF used to be when you had to look for the little details and stuff. I want to, like, some more ideas I have. Maybe you could be like, what's that game called? You know, like, how in Roblox there's those certain kind of, like, puzzle obbies? Yeah, this sounds really stupid, but I also want it to be more like that. And like I said before, give Vanny a more important part instead of just hyping her up in the trailer, hyping her up in the promotional art, hyping her up in, like, I don't know, some other stuff, like giving her, like, toys and stuff, and then it's just like, oh, well, she's barely in the game, I guess. She is barely in the game, and she could be, like I said before, she could be such an interesting and cool villain if you run with that split personality idea. Like, that would be so cool, instead of just instead of just, like, keeping her like this dumb little villain added for female representation. I know why she's added, guys. So that's the end of the video. Yeah, that's the end of the series too. I'm so happy, man. I'm so done with FNAF for right now. I'm so done, bro. I'm gonna watch MatPat play it, but I'm so done with drawing it, bro. Yeah, I'm excited for the Into the Pit game to come out. I loved the book. The book was really good. Unlike some other books that make absolutely no sense at all. I'm gonna have a sketchbook tour for my next video, and then I'm probably gonna do a little bit of digital art or traditional art stuff after that. And then I've been working behind the scenes to completely up the quality on my digital art videos. So I hope you guys can join me then. Have a nice day. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.